We love spending this time with you. Thank you for listening. If you would like to take your listening experience to the next level, did you know there's a way to do that, Jabo?
I do.
Yep, you know how you do it. You go to thetjshow.com, you sign up for the TJ Show newsletter, and you get cool things dropped right into your inbox, like the TJ Show's 10 shares. We pick 10 different things, everyone on the team does it, that we think you're going to love. It's not just about our show. This is about like stuff, music we're listening to, whatever it may be.
Like life stuff.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole lot more in there. Sign up at thetjshow.com. This is the TJ Show. Yesterday I went to the grocery store and I walk in and I met with 3 huge signs that say cash only. No credit cards, no debit cards, nothing digital. You have to pay with cash. And I'm like, well, I don't have cash on me.
That's the first. You always carry cash, TJ.
I know, the one time. So I have to go all the way to the bank, go to the ATM. And I decided, let me get a little extra. Maybe I'll find someone who's in the same position that I was in, and I can give them some money so I could save them a trip to the bank.
Okay.
And I go back to the grocery store with some money in my hand, and I tried to give away money. And it was a challenge. You ready for this?
Okay.
Turned away because of the cash situation? Okay, I want to try to help you out. Did you see the sign in there?
Yes. Cash only.
This is the world we're in, right?
Yeah.
Machines go down, and so many people have walked out of this store.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the second time this has happened.
Really? The same place?
Weeks ago I came here, yeah.
If I gave you 20, would that help?
It would help, but you don't need to. I can go get money across the hall.
Well, I want to do something, but I don't want to do that much.
It's really okay. Somebody else could use that money.
Well, hold on, wait. Let me give you a 20 so you can get a snack, okay?
It's really okay. I need to shop for my family. I appreciate it. Give it to a family that needs it, you know? That they've got kids. You know, if you're a mom, you're dragging your little kids in, you get them out of the car, and then you're like, ugh, that's more of a headache. I'm by myself.
I'll keep waiting.
Not a big deal.
I'll keep waiting.
Find a parent with little ones.
It's very nice talking to you.
You as well. Have a good one.
Yep. How you doing? I work for a radio show. Can I interview you about this?
I guess.
Yeah, so I'm TJ. What's your name?
Nicole.
What do you need?
Water and snacks for a trip this weekend.
I think I can cover that for you.
What do you mean?
Would you like some cash?
Well, yeah, but...
All right, hold on. Let me see what I got in my pocket.
Too good to be true.
Now, come on. Wait, hold on. Is it 20 enough?
Is this even on?
Here's 20. To at least get you started. Do you need more than that?
No, I'm not going to take cash. I don't need cash. I have...
What is it with people having a problem taking cash?
Because there's other people that need it way more than me. I don't feel...
You're being inconvenienced right now like I was. I had to go all the way to the bank. I got enough for someone else.
I'm good. I don't take cash for nothing. I work, I'm good. There's other people that don't have the same opportunities as me, so they can have it.
All right, then you tell me who I should give it to. Point it to the person.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's 20. What's your name?
Nicole.
Nicole's going to save the day for someone. Who needs $20? Come on over here. What's your name?
Deb.
Go ahead.
$20. Hope that helps your shopping. It does, because I didn't grab cash before coming this time. Why are you... I don't know.
Deb, Nicole just gave you $20.
Yes, that's fantastic. That's very generous.
It's your cash, so thank you.
Yeah, but you gave it to her.
Yeah, but it's your cash. It's not my cash.
Nicole just gave it to you.
It's a lot. $20 today is a lot more than we probably thought it would be. So that's actually very generous.
She gets the credit.
See, now I'm going to go inside and I have to go to the ATM. I can get the pizza and get in the car and I pay for the kids' dinner. So it's actually really awesome.
Listen, we're all in the same boat here.
We really are.
Look, you did it. You did it.
Thank you.
Hey, it's a challenge to give away $20 these days, but we found a way.
Do you still have those $20?
No, Deb had it. She went shopping.
Because I'll take it. I have no problem taking $20.
And neither do I. If
Yeah.
someone walked up to me, it would make my day.
I'd be thankful.
Yes.
How could such a nice thing just be so awkward?
So
I
complicated,
don't know.
right?
I don't get it.
I was shaking listening to that whole thing.
You know what? I actually had my microphone in my grocery bag, and I would pull it out on people.
Oh, my gosh.
Whoa, who's this? It's time. Come on. And it was hard to give away $20, but I did it. And Deb was very happy
The
for
entire
it.
time I was like, just take the $20.
This is the TJ Show. It's a weird world that we're in. Jay, but were you in your closet when you were upset with Archie?
No, we're about to head out of town, and this happens every time we road trip. We use the same duffel bag that my husband Archie has. It's a massive duffel bag. He got it from the military, and it's heavy duty. You could probably fit 6 months worth of clothing in there.
Whoa, what's in there? Anything like metalish?
Clothing in
Clothing?
there.
Okay,
yeah.
clothing.
And so every time we head out, I'll try to grab the bag and try to be helpful because he grabs everything else. And this thing is heavy.
Right. You gotta do a lot of push-ups to be able to just pick the thing up.
For sure. And my husband Archie does that. And so I grab it and I start to pull it out the house, and happens every time. He's like, oh, I'll get it. It's heavy. And I get upset. And I'm like, no, I'm not a damsel in distress. I can do it. But in my head, I'm like, no, this thing really is heavy. But I'll still just roll it out or pick it up or whatever. And he's like, fine, whatever, do what you want. And then there are times when I'm trying to get something off the top shelf in my apartment, and he will just sit there and just stare at me while I'm struggling. I am 5'2". Mm-hmm. The man is at least over 6 foot. And I'm like, and I turn around and I get upset every time this happens. And I say, you can't help me? You see me struggling? And he's like, oh, no. I just think it's so cute because you probably do this by yourself when I'm not here. Him being in the U.S. military, we live in 2 separate households, 2 separate states. And he's like, no, I just want to see how you do things when I'm not home. And I'm like, I need help. And he's like, oh, now you need help? And so finally I just asked him, I'm like, what do you prefer? A damsel in distress or a warrior woman? And he's like, a little bit of both.
So he wants you to ask him for help.
Yeah.
And you basically, if I could summarize and tell me if I'm wrong, you want your husband to read your mind.
Correct. Help me when I really want help, and don't help me when I don't need help.
J-Bo, now that's a very frustrating want. When,
I know it is.
As a husband, I have some experience in this department.
And I do sympathize for y'all, but still, read my mind. Read our minds.
I'm trying to learn how to read my wife's mind, but you'd be shocked. She changes her mind a lot.
You don't say.
Yeah, and it makes it very hard to read her mind. So I often say, well, just tell me what you want, and then I will do it. And, well, but you should know. I shouldn't know because you're changing your mind.
And I am a communicator. I usually, very straightforward, and I'll tell my husband, Archie, what I want. But sometimes I'm like, come on, man. Things haven't changed in the last 6 months. You know?
Now, I don't want to make you upset, but it's a little frustrating from my view. But,
I hear you.
I'm on Archie's side. He's in the U.S. military. I could use some backup if I ever need it.
Yeah.
No, yes, Heather, you seem to be very passionate about this.
Because I feel like J-Bo is correct.
She's not.
Yeah, husbands should just know what we want, because I can anticipate my husband's needs at all time. Why can't you do
All
the
the
same
time.
for us?
Mm-hmm. So you know what he wants all the time. Well, because
all the time.
we're consistent, J-Bo. We pick the same thing.
Sometimes y'all be tripping too.
No, we don't.
Your mind.
We don't change our mind as much as you do, and so
Okay,
it's
I'll give you that.
It's a lot easier for you to predict what we're looking for because we're pretty happy and pretty easygoing.
You know what? I think sometimes with me, I don't know about the easygoing part. With me, it's like I don't want to feel like a damsel in distress all the time. And then it's a mind game for myself. I'm like, is that not attractive? Is that attractive? I don't know. What do guys, I guess I can always ask my husband, but I did ask him, what do you prefer, damsel in distress or warrior princess? And he's like, I want a little bit of both.
Yeah.
That's very conflicting in itself.
That's called a brilliant answer. It's just exactly the way whatever you say. Both is great, okay?
I don't want to take advantage, I guess.
No, I love it. Hey, listen, this is a guy who knows how to stop a bomb from going off, right?
Yes.
So, he's good. That's all I'm saying. He's very good at what he does, both out there with the army and also in the home.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like it might be similar, but I don't know. I mean, that's only my experience.
I feel like in the home it might be a little bit more intense than it is in the army some days.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys a choice. I have 2 stories here. This is a brand new segment called Good Senior, Bad Senior. 2 stories. One is about a good senior citizen. The other is about a bad senior citizen, which you don't often hear about.
Thing?
Yeah, usually, most of the old people I meet are very nice.
Yeah, same.
So which one do you want to start with?
No, let's do good.
Good senior?
Yeah, let's do good senior.
I'm with you there.
Here we go. Good senior. She's 102 years old, and she shared the ways that she stayed alive so long, which she believes has kept her alive. We could all take note of this, right?
Yeah, give me the secrets.
3 things. Deborah turned 102 years old this month. She said she works 3 times a week at the fitness resort and spa that she co-founded in 1940, still working at the same fitness spa.
Good for her.
She says, when I woke up the morning I turned 100, I couldn't find anything that was different, so I kept on doing the same thing. Here are the 3 daily practices that Deborah credits for her longevity. Number 1, move daily. She says she's always tried to walk a mile a day, and since we all count footsteps, we know when that is. Her advice for making daily movement easier to achieve is to find friends who are active.
Okay.
We are like our friends, right?
Do it together, yeah, in the community. That's cool.
Number 2, how she lived to 102 and she's still living. Eat a pescatarian diet. She claims that she has followed a mostly plant-based diet since she was a child. She's a pescatarian, and she's been fortunate she was never eating meat because of her parents. Well, see, I've heard that meat's actually good for you. So I don't know. All right, well, she's living to 102.
Yeah.
Who am I?
I'm taking advice from her.
And number 3 on the list, socialize and always be learning. She says she goes to the theater a lot. She loves opera. In addition to her social activities, she always looks to learn more. And longevity research shows that people who reach age 80 and beyond learn something new every day. It's really good for them. She's immersed herself in 4 different languages and immerses herself in different cultures. She says that her German is rusty, but her French is excellent because she thinks a lot in French, and she dreams in that. That's cool to dream in
That's
French.
cool.
She says she speaks Spanish every day, and she said if there was one takeaway that Deborah would want to leave you with, she says the main thing is be learning. That's such great advice, right?
Thank you, Deborah. That's
Thank you,
awesome.
Deborah, who has lived to 102, and now I'm sorry to transition to the bad senior story.
I want to hear this.
And this one is really bad. There's an 81-year-old serial slingshot shooter that was caught.
He slingshots?
Slingshots.
How's that bad? That's impressive.
Now, when people's windows are cracking all over the neighborhood in California, it starts to get a little irritating, and you would assume it was like a little kid maybe who was doing that. No. After a long investigation, 9 to 10 years, after $10,000 in damage over these years, they find this person, and they caught him on camera shooting a ball bearing with a slingshot. And they went and investigated his home, and sure enough, they found more ball bearings and slingshots there.
Oh.
The motive behind the alleged incidents remains unknown. No one knows why he was doing it.
He was bored.
Yeah, those cans get boring after a while.
When do you know something about this, Kenny?
Yes, my grandpa.
When neighbors found out who the suspected vandal was, she was shocked, saying in an interview, quote, "I can't believe it." Yeah, you don't expect the old guy. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? He's the slingshot shooter.
Wow.
I wonder if he's broken a couple of her windows.
I don't know,
She probably
J-Bo.
thought it was some kids and it's her next door neighbor.
Probably owns a window business. He's trying to stay in business.
Good
I
for
don't
him.
know. Well, there you go. There's good senior, bad senior on the TJ Show. This edition of the TJ Show is brought to us by Omaha Steaks. I'm so grateful for Omaha Steaks. They make Father's Day so easy, and dads love steaks. Kenny, does your dad love steaks?
You better believe it, TJ. I love a good ribeye.
One of my favorite memories of my dad is him grilling steaks. So I love it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to use the word easy, but who doesn't want easy gifts when
Hello?
you just know someone's going to love something? Why not? And we want to show our dads some love, right?
That's right.
My dad would definitely feel loved and does feel loved with steaks.
I have enough tools, all right?
Yeah, right. How many tools does your dad need? He's got them. With Father's Day right around the corner, what do you give the guy who seemingly has everything? An experience he'll never forget. Omaha Steaks. This Father's Day, try Omaha Steaks by going to omahasteaks.com. Use the promo code TJ at checkout for an additional discount when you shop gourmet gift packages for Father's Day. omahasteaks.com. Use the promo code TJ for exclusive savings.
I also like to save money.
It's checking off every box.
Hi, everybody. This is Adriana Trajani. I'm the host of You Are What You Read, a podcast about the books that built our souls. I have the privilege of interviewing luminaries of our times about the books that shaped them from childhood until now. Don't miss it. We get everybody from Sarah Jessica Parker to Kristen Hanna to Jhumpa Lahiri, Susie Essman, Rainn Wilson, Amor Tolls. You name it, they come, they talk, they share. You can join us on Instagram for more behind-the-scenes content and giveaways at You Are What You Read podcast and at Adriana Trajani. New episodes of You Are What You Read drop every Tuesday on Apple, Spotify, or any major streaming platform wherever you listen to your podcasts.
This is the TJ Show. This was so sweet that our listener Cindy reached out to us, and she said she had a little bit of a disagreement with her husband about what they should do with this special, precious gift that they got from dear friends. Their neighbors moved to another country, and they gifted our listener Cindy and her husband this bottle of wine that they said was very important to them. It was from their wedding in the 90s. And she was like, what do we do? her husband wants to drink it. She thinks it's disrespectful. And of all people, she reaches out to us.
Right.
I mean, I'm honored that you care what we think. I think sometimes when you get into an argument with your husband or your wife, it is nice to get someone who's completely outside of that circle to give an unbiased opinion.
Right, exactly.
And my take on it was, you better drink that wine. Why? This is a present, they gave it to you?
I think I remember my take was that I told her that she shouldn't drink it, that she should hold on to it because clearly they didn't drink it and it was their bottle of wine from their wedding. But also, if it was so important to them, then why did they give it away?
Yeah. Yeah, you could dump it down the drain. I mean, who cares? They didn't care about it enough to
Clearly
keep
not.
it. But also, I guess going to another country, it is a little complicated to transfer liquids in a bottle.
You wrap that bad boy up in your shirts and your jeans and put it in your suitcase and check it in.
Well, right. If they cared about it that much, you would think they'd go through those great lengths. Kenny, what was your take on it?
I thought they should drink it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not one that's sentimental that's going to hang on to things for a long time.
Yeah, and also alcohol. How long does alcohol last in your presence?
No, I can't help myself.
Kenny showed up at a dinner that we had him over for. He brought his own cooler with alcohol in it. And I was like, wow, well, that's intense.
That was out of respect for you because you had like 5 watermelons in your refrigerator.
That's also true. Yeah.
That's very nice of you, Kenny. Sorry. So I asked Cindy, well, what did you wind up doing? And she sent us an audio DM and she told us what they decided with this precious bottle of wine.
So, update on the wine bottle. My husband and I decided to regift the wine.
Can you believe how complicated this has gotten?
But regift it back to them. The truth is that they would appreciate it more than we ever could. And the last thing we want is to have a bottle that's just collecting dust in the home. Or even worse.
But they gave it to you, Cindy. They wanted you to enjoy it.
Regifting that bad boy.
Drinking it and finding 1995 dust, as Kathy mentioned. So we're just going to return it to them on our first visit back and have it be like a housewarming gift.
So they're going to give it back to the people who gave it to them.
And you know how they're going to get it there overseas? They're going to wrap it up in some jeans and a shirt in their suitcase, and they're going to get it there, which is what the people who own the bottle could have did.
Well, look, now they just got free shipping. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
They're going to take care of transporting the bottle. I mean, it's very kind, but I feel like you got to take people for what they say. If they're willing to part with it and they want you to enjoy it, you go for it.
Well, if they gave them the bottle and they said, hey, do whatever you want with this, her choice has been to regift it.
Okay,
so
well,
she's
there
doing
it is.
whatever she wants with it.
Well, it sounds like very sweet people.
Yeah,
and
for
it
sure.
doesn't surprise me. I'm sure the husband's scratching his head, but sometimes in these types of arguments, you don't argue.
He's slightly disappointed. He's like, I really want to drink this.
Yeah, you just roll with it. Today, something freaked me out. First thing, I walk into my office and I see there's a rubber duck on my desk. And I go, what's this all about? Does anyone know why there's a rubber duck on my desk? Does anyone have any idea?
Yeah, I put it there.
You did?
Yeah.
That was from you?
Yeah, you've been ducked.
So what does that mean?
Well, it's a tradition among Jeep owners, and I decided since you guys are such good friends of mine that I would include you in this tradition, and I shared a duck with you. I hoped it would lift your spirits.
Oh, okay.
But it's only with Jeep owners. So technically, you took the tradition out of what it's meant for.
Here's why I'm freaked out.
We're not deserving of these ducks.
I'm glad to hear it's that, because my kids went through this phase where they were collecting little rubber ducks, and we had probably close to 50, maybe 100 in our home. And I tried to throw out as many of them as I could, and then when I saw one on my desk, it felt haunting. I didn't know what was going on. I was very concerned that, so it's from you.
Yeah, I should have dumped
good.
the whole box on your desk then. I have about 50 right here. I got them on Amazon.
They're all over the place. So, okay.
A 50 duck cleanup.
There is this thing with Jeep owners, and some claim that this has happened to them where they've been ducked. They've come out to their Jeep,
right.
And apparently this is something the Jeep community likes to do. They leave a rubber duck on the Jeep. I've never seen a rubber duck on a Jeep. You have a Jeep.
I've never received one.
Okay.
I've seen it because I have friends who own Jeeps, and that's how I learned about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you have a box. Are you planning to do this to fellow Jeep owners?
Yeah, and I also wanted to duck myself a little bit, since I hadn't been ducked by anybody else. So I'm going to duck myself, but I also plan to spread some joy to the Jeep community, but it's grown further than the Jeep community. You don't necessarily have to have a Jeep to be ducked.
So are you saying people are just driving Hondas or Toyotas and they're finding ducks on their car too?
Yeah, I did a deep dive of research into this whole phenomenon.
Really?
That's called Jeep ducking or duck Jeep. There's two ways to refer to it.
What is Duck Duck Jeep?
It's the same thing. It's just
Oh,
two ways to
okay.
refer to the same thing.
So it really should just be for Jeep people, but it's spread out to other people.
It's evolved.
Well, yeah, it is unfair if you drive a different kind of car that you don't get to be a part of the.
Oh, stop. You guys sound like whiny babies. Life is unfair. If it's meant for the Jeep community, it's meant for the Jeep community. Get
Jimbo,
over it.
What I'm trying to say is, I don't want ducks on my car. I wish it would just stay to the Jeep. I'm trying to keep it off my car. It's terrible. I have so many of these rubber ducks, I can't get rid of them.
I can't wait for you to go to the parking lot after the show
No,
today.
don't do it to my car. I'm going to throw it out. That's what I do with rubber duckies when I find them. I throw them out. Okay, I have to apologize. I feel like I should not have been rude to you about your ducking that you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
I should have been rude to you about what you're wearing, but I didn't do that.
Bro looks like he's going on a cruise. Like he missed the cruise ship and he decided he had to come to work.
Yeah,
you don't like my lemon outfit?
This man got on some bright yellow shorts
but
and a lemon shirt.
Yeah, when we say lemon shirt, we don't mean color. It's a bunch of lemons. It looks like a puppy bandana. Like a puppy might wear that as a bandana.
Your puppy Frankie would be cute in that.
And I love lemons. I have a little lemon tree at home, and it almost died. It's fully back to life
I
now.
thought of anybody, you would like this. I mean, you just sent your best friend a lemon tree out in California. I come wearing a lemon shirt, and I'm getting trash for it.
Well, you look like you're a casino dealer. Can you?
He look like somebody's daddy who's sitting on a cruise,
Yeah,
too.
that's right. Can you take a picture of this, and can we throw this in our story? I mean, listen, we don't want to be judgy of Kenny, but if you like,
we are right now.
If you like silly outfits, just check it out. It's at TJ Podcast on Instagram. We're gonna post a picture of this. I mean, Kenny, I admire you. It's a bold statement.
I bought this outfit. I was going to unveil it Memorial Day weekend. Then I forgot my bag of clothes, you may remember. So this is my first opportunity to show off my lemon outfit.
Did you buy it for your dad as a Father's Day gift?
No, I bought it for
that's
me.
where it should have gone.
As a matter of fact, it was my girlfriend Allison that pointed it out to me and said, Kenny, I think you'd look cute in this.
But she had to be joking.
She likes dads.
She was
cool.
joking. No,
Yeah.
no, you don't say that. You look at the most ridiculous thing, like, oh, you should wear that. But then Kenny's the guy who actually buys
Yeah,
it.
I will tell you this though. Kenny just flared his arms around, and he does smell good. I'll give you that.
Yeah, what are you wearing?
Some Dial. It smells like soap.
Well, yeah, I use Dove body wash and
for you.
That's what I
Dove
smell.
deodorant.
What a wonderful man you are.
The outfit not so much, but you smell good.
They got to get you in that GQ magazine. You know, they do these little features on like the men you want to be like. Kenny he's becoming this since he's moved in with his girlfriend, and you've been with her for over a year now.
Yeah, that's right.
You're really becoming like a man that other guys want to be like.
I'm coming into my own, as they
Good for
say.
you. Good for you, Kenny. Anyway, you've got this box now of 50 rubber duckies that you plan to leave on people's cars.
Yeah.
Their Jeeps. And can you tell me a little bit more about the origins of this? I'm sorry I just glossed over it a few moments ago. It is, in a way, this uplifting idea, and we could use more of that in the world. We don't need me saying that's a dumb idea just because I'm salty and I don't have a Jeep. Tell me about where this started and how it began.
Well, the interesting thing is I started noticing this in parking lots, and then it was a conversation I had with Jabo where I realized what it actually was.
That people are leaving rubber ducks on strangers' Jeeps.
On purpose. And it starts back in 2020. This woman from Canada named Allison Parliament, during the pandemic, she bought a bag of rubber ducks from a store and just wanted to cheer somebody up and decided to put it on someone's car. That first one, she was caught in the act and got all nervous. But the guy who she did it to loved it, went back in the store, bought his own ducks, and he started doing it to other people. They posted this on social media with the hashtag #DuckDuckJeep, and it went viral. So this has been going on since 2020.
Jabo, give me a quack.
Quack, quack.
That's what you're doing this weekend? Enjoy yourself?
Yeah, no, I'll be doing this quite a bit. If you want to lift somebody's spirit, you can leave them a little rubber duck on their windshield.
If Kenny decides to spread these ducks around this weekend in his lemon suit, he's going to get caught.
He's going to get arrested.
From 3 miles away.
Yeah, he'll be in jail. We'll have to bail him out.
Another
Kenny,
thing is you can write a little note on it, too, with a Sharpie marker, so a little uplifting message, which is why I got small ones, because I don't want to write them on.
Thank you for that. Great job. Let's end it there. This is the TJ Show. More on the way.
Ever notice that how you feel affects your food choices and that what you eat affects how you feel throughout the day? Well, researchers noticed it too, and now there's cutting-edge science about how food affects our emotional well-being. I'm food and science journalist Mary Beth Albright, and in my weekly podcast, Eat, You'll Feel Better, I look at practical, realistic ways to put the science of eating for emotional well-being into action. And, this is important, without lapsing into negative diet culture messages that can really ruin anyone's emotional well-being. We talk about things like how the food in your gut sends messages directly to your brain. And we also celebrate something that I personally find often missing from food health news, and that's leaning into pleasure. Because food is delicious, and it's not just about what we eat. Emotional well-being is also about how we eat. So join me every week on Eat, You'll Feel Better, where we use science to improve mood through food.
I'm Erica, 1/3 of the podcast Books and Betches, a comedy book podcast where we swear, spoil, and we talk about...
Whoa, you cannot say that in this.
What do you mean? That's like our slogan. It's our gimmick.
It is, but just say we're a very funny adult book podcast. How about we just give some examples of things we talk about?
Well, there's a lot of chaos. I'm Kristen, and with me I have... No.
We talk about books, but we're not your AP Lit class.
I definitely hit on the major points.
You absolutely did not.
She did.
You talked
just
about...
not in the order you thought she would.
You talked so slowly about one thing.
A lot of sidebar conversations.
I
Are you denying the existence of chupacabras?
You know, Erica, yes, I am. And we don't always get the facts right. Epilogues don't belong in books. Dude, call it chapter 1.
That's a prologue.
The second I see...
That's a prologue.
Oh,
I'm talking about prologue.
You can listen to new episodes of the Books and Betches podcast every Tuesday morning, anywhere you get your podcasts.
Bye-bye.
This is the TJ Show, our news that sounds different around here. Kenny, you read through every story you can find, and then you bring us the most interesting ones. Kenny, what's happening on the planet today?
New York City's Art Trafficking Unit, or ATU, it's a law enforcement agency, has announced that they're going to be returning over $80 million worth of stolen art and antiquities to Italy, quote, where it belongs.
Wow. That's fascinating that they can hunt that stuff down.
Yeah, I'm impressed by that.
And I also wonder, how is that even a criminal business? Like, who buys the stolen art? And then what do you do with it? You just hold on to it and hope 100 years passes, and then all of a sudden, oh, wow, my great-great-grandson has it, and I don't know what you do. Do you hang that up? Or are you that bold?
But if you're an art collector, yeah, or maybe somebody who was not really into art goes into your home, they just think it's a beautiful piece. Maybe somebody who's just that bold.
Yeah,
you buy it and you hang it up in your home.
It seems like risky thievery, like more risky than your usual thievery.
Yeah, these pieces date back to the 9th century BC. They're mosaic floors, bronzes, military equipment, oil paintings, Roman coins, sculptures, a variety of pottery. And it was said that they were either dug up during illicit excavations or stolen in high-profile art crimes in several regions in Italy.
Maybe things that weren't accounted for. You know what I mean? Like the way things are accounted for now.
Yeah, or is it like a ransom situation where they're clever enough to collect a ransom, they leave it, by the trash pail in Italy.
Well, maybe you're onto something there, TJ, because they say some of these items were either seized from private collections, so private art dealers or art collectors, or they were handed over by museums because authorities convinced them that there was evidence that they were stolen in the first place. So sometimes these museums don't even realize that they're in possession of stolen property.
Wow, that's got to be weird. Well, maybe they should up their security if they don't even know that things are being stolen. Yeah. Kenny, what else do you have?
In East Boston, a couple of police officers got a call about a wellness check after a citizen dialed 911. They realized that the caller wasn't concerned so much about his health, but a special occasion. He was turning 25 years old and there was no one there to celebrate. This person who called was special needs. And after the officers were able to verify what exactly was going on, they went to the bakery, they bought some candles, and they showed up at this young man's house to wish him a very special happy birthday.
Oh, that's
super cool.
A beautiful story. Man, there's so much heart in Boston. We lived there for a lot of years. The people who were in Boston, there's a reputation like, they're really tough and they're cold if you're coming in from the outside. They're some of the sweetest people on the planet, whether they want to say it or not. Listen to that. That's awesome.
There is video of this whole interaction, and you should check it out for yourself.
Love it. Kenny, what else do you have?
Do you ever wonder why flight attendants greet you on your way onto the plane?
I assume they want a tip.
I figure they're sizing me up.
Yeah,
That's what I
J-Bo,
figure.
I think you're more accurate here. It's not just because they're polite and they want to be friendly. They want to see if you're either too drunk or too sick to fly.
Ooh, so you got to be able to say hello. Hi. Said it clearly. Have a great. No, I'm not. I didn't say I'm high. I said hi.
Yeah, I size them up too when I get on the plane though, because I want to make sure that they are physically fit to get me some snacks when snack time comes around.
Absolutely. It goes both ways.
That's right.
Where's that report?
To the sizing up point, J-Bo, they also want to see that you're perhaps fit enough to help them in case of an emergency. So they want to see, like, who can I turn to if it goes wrong?
It was traumatic for me one time. I was in the emergency row. I thought I'd, do it because a little extra space. They took one look at me and they said, "Get out of here."
Did they really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh, it's so hurtful.
But I thought they were going to say that. Kenny, what else do you have?
There's a new 3-on-3 professional women's basketball league that's going to debut in January. It's called Unrivaled, and it's the brainchild of WNBA greats Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier.
I think it's really good. It's a great opportunity for the WNBA players to not have to go overseas and they can stay home and stay local. I mean, they're kicking it off in Miami, which is great, so it'll be really good for them.
Yeah, and you're a big basketball fan.
Well, I would say I'm becoming a bigger fan because my husband Archie is a huge basketball fan, and I've learned a lot from him and his passion and his love. But I can't take the credit for being huge.
Well, listen, our people make us sharper, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's fun though. It's like if you love the WNBA, to have this different branch of it. It's a different kind of game, right? When it's 3-on-3, I don't know much about sports, but you get to see them play in a different way.
Yeah, they play on a smaller court. The quarters are shorter. But I think what's most important, and to J-Bo's point, a lot of the WNBA players will go overseas to supplement their WNBA salaries. And in this league, Unrivaled is guaranteeing that all players will have at least a 6-figure salary.
Nice.
And then they get stake in the company, which is awesome.
Beautiful.
So they can build that generational wealth for their families. So that's great.
So the rosters haven't been announced yet, but we do know that a few WNBA All-Stars have already signed on to play. So we'll keep our eye on for that. And they're also providing housing for the players outside of this facility in Miami that will include child care, because that's a major concern for a lot of the WNBA players.
That's great. I can't wait to check it out. Kenny, what else is happening in the world?
Now, I know we're a few months away from this, but I think we have to pool our money. I have the perfect gift for J-Bo's birthday.
Okay, what is it?
We know how much she loves Cheez-Its.
Oh, I love Cheez-Its.
Had this Woodstock, New York diner pop-up shop open up, and the jukebox that was in the diner that literally you pay for songs with Cheez-It crackers is up for auction right now. The starting bid is $890.
Can I get the Cheez-Its out, though? Because I want to eat the Cheez-Its.
You'll have the key to the machine, J-Bo. You could do whatever you want with it.
All right.
There's probably like a DJ in there that eats the Cheez-It when it comes in, and then they hit play on the song.
Say it ain't so.
Who would have ever thought there'd be a day where a Cheez-It is currency? I mean,
it is in my life.
With the way we've got all these digital currencies now, like why not? Everything's currency.
I'll take Cheez-Its for payment.
Now, the only thing is, if you want to bid on it, or if we bid on this, we have to go pick it up in Woodstock, New York, or pay for a moving company to bring it in. Good news is the proceeds from this Cheez-Its isn't going to profit from. They're going to donate it to benefit educational opportunities in that local Woodstock area.
I love it. I surprised J-Bo with a box of Cheez-Its one time. It was the most
3
exciting.
boxes.
Yeah, it was. You were very excited.
Oh yeah, I was super
smiling
amped.
from ear to ear.
I was so amped. I didn't want to share.
Yeah, and that smile's still going, but when it wears off, you'll be getting more Cheez-Its.
Yeah, let's go.
Kenny, what else you have?
Amazon has bought more stake in the food delivery app Grubhub. They now own 18% of it, and this will allow U.S. users to order takeout directly from Amazon.com or the Amazon app.
Amazon just keeps having more things, right, that you can order from them.
Taking over.
I've made so many orders from Amazon recently, and I still go to the store, but they've got so much stuff that you can get. It's unbelievable. Like I ran out of deodorant. It's going to be there today. I ordered it last night. It'll be there today.
50 rubber duckies for $7, as it turns out.
Everything
Kenny
imaginable.
bought a box of rubber duckies.
And one other note here, it actually, with your Prime subscription, if you are subscribed, you're going to get a Grubhub subscription for free, which will make deliveries free on orders over $12.
Thanks for the extra push for Amazon. They could use the help.
Yeah.
Kenny, what else do you have?
Congratulations are in order to Bruhat Soma, a 12-year-old who is now the champion of the 96th Scripps National Spelling Bee.
Oh, wow. So what was the word that the loser lost on?
So it wasn't a word. As a matter of fact, there were 2 young people they were tied at the end of competition, so they had to go to a spell off, which is a rare thing from what I understand, where you're asked to spell as many words as you can, or you're given as many words that you can spell in 90 seconds. And
that's fun.
Bruhat spelled 29 words correctly in 90 seconds. His competitor, Fratsenzaki, only spelled 20 correctly.
I have never heard of a spell off.
Both impressive. 29, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
Could probably get to like, I don't know, 3 or 4 words in that much time. But that's such, I didn't know they had like a play. I've never heard of it being a tie. Usually there's always like a word
Just
that
a
someone
winner.
gets wrong.
Right.
Yeah, that's usually what I'm accustomed to hearing when this spelling bee goes off every year.
Huh.
One of the words was hutophony.
Hutophony?
Hutophony.
Okay, so HUGHTOPH.
You were way off from
A
the second one.
V W X Y. Is that what it is?
It means a manifestation of self, and it's spelled HEAUTO.
Get out of here. No one knows that. It's ridiculous.
HANY.
Don't even
Those
throw
kids
that.
cheated.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they got AI in their watch. Yeah. Oh, all of a sudden, this year, everyone gets it right? Oh, great.
Well, congratulations,
Earpieces.
Bruhat.
29 words in 90 seconds. Yeah, okay.
I know there's a lot of investigations going on. Add it to the list. Investigate that
No,
immediately.
leave these kids alone. We're just joking. We're joking.
Kenny, what else you have?
A guitar that once belonged to late Beatles legend John Lennon had been lost for more than 50 years. It's been found and now sold at auction for a record-setting $2.85 million.
Hold on. How did they find the lost guitar?
Yeah, so I looked into this a little bit. So at the end of 1965, John Lennon gave the guitar as a gift to Gordon Waller of the pop duo Peter and Gordon. Gordon left it to his manager. His manager had it in his attic where it was collecting dust for all of these years.
Wow, look at Gordy.
I lost my guitar in the process of moving.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay you $10 if you can find it.
Just get you a new guitar, Jago. Yeah, you're due to start playing again.
Although it is a little fuzzy here because according to this article, the auction house did not specify how they found the guitar more than 50 years after it was last seen, but they did say the instrument's authenticity was confirmed by musician and Beatles gear author Andy Babuik.
How about that? Who knew there was an expert in that?
Yeah, he said that he was able to identify it thanks to distinctive markings, including what the auction house described as a telltale wood grain and a swirl of tortoiseshell pickard material.
They got a piece of a tortoise shell in there?
No, I guess it's just designed.
Oh, it's designed
like
okay.
a tortoise shell.
Good. Imagine being that guy, the Beatles expert. All right, bring him in.
Yeah.
Yes, that's John's. All right, thanks, man.
It was the
$2.8 million.
That'd be so cool.
The 5th most expensive guitar ever sold.
Wow. That's interesting. Kenny, thank you for keeping us somewhat informed.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, I've gotten to a point where when there's good customer service, I'm very surprised by it and I really appreciate it because I think it's becoming more and more rare. I don't know if it's because of cutbacks or just the feeling in the world, but Jabo, we were catching up and you told me the story and I almost couldn't believe this was true, that you were going through this.
Yeah, my dad, he passed away last month, and so if you've experienced a loss of a loved one, you know there's a lot of paperwork and phone calls you got to make after they pass. And
Absolutely.
So I'm helping my mom do that. My mom is taking on a lot, which, that was her husband. And so she's making these phone calls, and she happened to call my dad's car insurance company and let them know, like, hey, by the way, my husband's passed. Please don't take this month's payment out of the account. And they first had to verify her. So that was the first phone call.
Fair, sure.
Right, understood. Then the person on the phone couldn't make it work. So they said, hey, can you send me your ID? And so my mom had to go. I helped her do that. So then she had to call again. So mind you, she's called this company now twice. And she's saying, by the way, the payment's coming up. Don't take it out of the account. The company took a long time to verify her, and then the payment came out of the account.
Yeah, so now you're paying for this insurance.
Right, of someone to a vehicle when someone's not using it. So my mom had called them multiple times. She got so frustrated to the point where she's like, you know what, forget it. They can just have the money. And I refuse to continue to allow certain companies to take advantage of customers. And I do think that a lot of things in our lives have become very convenient, which I enjoy, I benefited from, but it allows us to not be fighters in things that we should be able to stand up for. So I told my mom, I'm like, no, let's call the company back together. And I got on the phone with the company and I told them, I said, hey, listen, she called you on this date, because I told my mom, take notes, which is something she taught me. So she's always done that. And we are requesting a refund of the insurance payment that came out. And the woman put me on hold and she said, well, I have to go talk to my supervisor. Then I have to go talk to her supervisor. And I said, I got time.
I think a lot of people have been either overcharged for stuff or wrongly charged for stuff, and it's such an inconvenience to deal with it. And I wonder if some companies know that.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder how much money is being made just because people don't want to be inconvenienced, which I agree. Like, I've overlooked charges. I've even written checks that I knew I didn't owe because I didn't want to deal with fighting it.
Right.
And that's where we're at.
And I think it keeps happening because, and I get it. So my mom was like, I'm tired of fighting it. I understand. My dad had just passed away. She had so many things she had to deal with. And she's like, forget it. I'll fight another fight. But I think because we are tired of fighting it, companies, like you said, are continuing to take advantage of people. And it's not fair.
And so how many hours later until you finally got the charge reversed?
It was literally like an hour and a half later.
90 minutes. Yeah.
90 minutes of my time.
Well, I'm sorry you went through that, but I'm so glad that you're there for your mom because, you guys both have so much going on. But I mean, that's an incredible sacrifice to just step up and be like, all right, we're going to take care of this. And it probably makes her feel better that she got the money back.
Oh, for sure. And I share that to say that, like, if you know that you're paying something you shouldn't be paying, make the time in your schedule and call the company and take notes and make sure you have reference numbers and case numbers because it's not fair to be taken advantage of.
You're talking to me. I got taken advantage of it. I know it.
It's not fair.
I know it because I didn't want to deal with the phone call. And it's like, our time is precious too, so it's a hard balance. But
I'm thankful for that lady who took the time out to give me good customer service eventually and make the refund possible.
I know Josh was recently on the phone with a phone company. And what did you find out they were doing?
Well, they were adding like these crazy taxes to our bill that had no explanation at all. So I called them and this was months ago the first time, and they said they fixed it. It takes a couple billing cycles to update, so I wait a couple months. It didn't update, so then I called them again, and this went on for 8 months.
And how much money?
$350.
Just take it, just a little bit at a time. A little slow leak. So this is the stuff that's going on out there, and you got to fight it. I have big plans over the weekend, J-Bo.
Ooh, what are they?
So every time I take out my puppy, Frankie Furball, to go potty, she gets awakened from a nap, and she has to yawn, and so she makes the weirdest sounds. And so I'm going to start trying to record those, and I want to play you a montage on Monday of her doing her little. It almost sounds like It sounds like a cat at the end. It's really weird. That's my whole weekend.
Puppy yawns are the cutest.
I know. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're so cute.
It's weird. I don't remember my dog Luna doing that. It's a very unique sound, and I'm going to try to capture it because you all got to hear it.
Yeah, the yawn is beautiful. The puppy breath, to me, not so much. It's gross.
I kind of like the way she smells still. Sometimes she smells like a Frito, but most of the time she smells like a cute little baby animal.
Yeah, my dog Sky, her paws smell like Fritos.
Yeah.
But her breath don't smell like no Fritos.
No,
they smell like funk.
Once they get a little bit older, like Luna is a senior citizen, that's our older dog. Her breath is kicking, and we just accept it. She's wonderful. She's gained our trust, and we love her no matter what now. Which was not that wasn't always the case. Right. I almost returned her as a puppy because I didn't love her at all. I have a lot more grace for my Frankie Furball thanks to Luna.
Right.
So Luna can smell if she wants to. It's
That's
totally
fair.
fine. Now, are you coming over this weekend to meet Frankie Furball?
I don't know. I said I wanted to, but I don't know.
You're welcome to come over.
Okay.
We'd love to have you over.
All
and
right.
I know Frankie, she gets excited about every person who's met her. So I know she's going to love you too.
I just want to see Luna.
Yeah, well,
I feel like Luna is not getting enough love like she used to because of Frankie.
The best thing you can do, I think you know this already, but pay attention to Luna. Guess who's going to show up? Frankie's going to want to take. Yeah, now if you go right to Frankie, she might not be as interested.
That's true. If I go right to Frankie, Luna might not bring me any gifts anymore. When you go to TJ's house, his dog Luna will bring you a gift. She'll grab anything in the house. I've gotten Crocs. I've gotten socks. I've gotten kitchen towels.
Yep.
I've gotten chapsticks. I think it was mine. Maybe it fell out of my pocket, but she brought it back to me.
It really bothers me that you've taken those home with you, actually. You should just leave them.
Because now gift.
It's one Croc that's missing, and it's been a problem.
Talk to Luna.
I know.
I'm the gift receiver.
She complicates our life. What are you doing this weekend, Kenneth?
Well, it's my mom's birthday this weekend, so I'll be spending back-to-back weekends hanging out with my parents.
That's fun. Good for you that you're going to see your parents and spending some time with them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait. And actually, I'm hoping maybe we'll have some time. My mom and I, and she's a reason for this, I'm a huge Jim Henson fan, a huge Muppets fan, and there's this new documentary that's out tonight on Apple TV+. No, it's on Disney Plus, excuse me.
How dare you?
It's called Jim Henson Idea Man. It's directed by Ron Howard. So actually, I think that would be something that maybe my mom and I could watch together. It would be fun.
Oh, nice. I love a great documentary. And Ron Howard doing it, that's got to be huge.
And Jim Henson was such a fascinating person, and I'm really looking forward to getting an inside look into his life.
No, that's not your gift to your mom, right? You got your mom a gift, right?
I got her a gift. Allison got her a gift too.
What'd you get her?
I can't say it. She's listening.
Oh, she is? Yeah, don't give it up.
All right.
Don't give it up. That's nice. Your girlfriend's buying your mom a gift. Smooth move.
Yeah. It's a cute little thing. I'm sure my mom's going to love it.
What is that? You could ruin that one.
No, his girlfriend Allison will be upset.
I already upset Allison yesterday on the show. I had to apologize for it today.
Yes, and by the way, can you repeat what you apologized for one more time, just so we make sure that it's official?
Well, I said Allison couldn't cook and she was only capable of cooking frozen chicken fingers.
No, he said that thinking that would go over well.
Yeah, no.
And she got very upset. So good job apologizing, and thank you for mentioning it again.
As soon as that break was over, I looked over to him and I was like, your girlfriend's going to be so upset when she hears that. You're in trouble.
Oh, yeah. Right. Well, look, the guy's learning,
He
right?
is.
You know, he's got some things down. He knows how to watch TV. This is the TJ Show.